first heard about Fairview in 1979. One of my friends, John Lawson, he'd been in and recorded an album in one day, an acoustic album. It were all instrumentals. And he rushed round to my house that night and he said, I've just made this great album in a studio called Fairview, and it's best in the northeast of England. And they've got this German microphone, which is the best in the world. And then he says, why don't we make an album together? And I said, yeah. And then we got talking, we thought we'd make a compilation album of all the gold bands and singers yeah. And so we got together and had some meetings, and John said, if I go in at 10 o'clock and I'll do my 2 tracks, and then the Frame, they can come in at 12 o'clock and record theirs, and Thin Red Line can come in at 2 o'clock and blah, blah, blah. So we comes at 2 o'clock to record our songs, and they ain't even finished the first track. None of us had any experience in studios in that time. So there was a lane outside of Fairview and a big tree with a rope on, so we went and swung on this rope for a few hours until it were our turn to come in, and we sort of recorded it all in one go, really. It played live, and Keith Hurd was the engineer that day. And I've got to know Keith a little bit over the last 30 odd years, and I've never seen him get angry with anybody, except for this first time I ever met him. And this control room were a lot smaller in those days, and there was a guy called Simon Inks who played bass for us, and he kept farting. And Keith really blew his top in the end. There were silent ones, but really killed us all, and really tight. Get out of here! And he ordered him out of this, you know, really angry he was. So if you were expecting me to talk about compression and splicing tapes, it was farting what comes up. But after that, we got this bug for recording. We could never get into Fairview studios. It was always booked up by bands like Def Leppard and Bill Nelson and Beautiful South. And I bumped into John Rowley of the Red Guitars, and he was doing some engineering at a studio called Angel. So I went to do some recording there, but we brought it to Fairview to mix. And that's when I met John Spence. And we plugged this 16-track tape machine in, and he pushed up the faders, and he says, is the drummer left-handed? And I said, yeah, it was Graham Mowd at the time. So how do you know that? He said, I just do, and I never did find out how he knew. But since then, I've been in Fairview and recorded with John many times after that. I mean, it's a great pleasure to be asked to record a track for this album in 50 years. Hats off to Keith Hurd for setting it up for north of England, and hats off for him for getting a German microphone. I've got the T-band with me today recording, so I've got John Drakeley on bass guitar, and Simon Brooks on the drums, and Tom Butler playing guitar. So thank you very much, Keith, really.